I'm only sharing my own experience. And if it's your first time come across this channel, don't hesitate to give a subscribe button, and don't forget to put a comment and put a notification. You'll be updated, you'll be notified whenever I tend to upload a new video. Don't forget to check on my TikTok account, where I try to share some of these few things on my TikTok account as well. Yes, we are still looking at the cost of living in Qatar. Most of you, the very most questions that are being asked being asked for this week regarding to what you call the cost of living, especially for people who are in Qatar, a few of the newcomers in Qatar and those that are planning to relocate to Qatar. We are looking at most of this very important information. Yes, another question is that what are the transportation costs in Qatar? Yes, most of you have when you look at transportation, depends on what you're going to use. You're going to use the public means, you're going to use what you call the private and public means. We also have what you call car rentals. Those go under what you call the private means. You may opt to have private means by purchasing your own car if you have enough money. You may say private means when you're going to hire a car from what you call rental, companies. Okay, that will be charged by you, or they will charge you either per day or even monthly, depending on how much you agree. Then let us try to look at these other options, the friendly options that most of you will opt for, and that is what we call the public transportation. When we look at the public transportation, we look at the means like using the metro stations, we look at the Kalwa, we look at other means, like for example this using the Uber apps, or using what we call the other abstract apps that definitely you can use to make sure it can enable you from one point to another. Yes, when we look at transportation costs in Qatar are relatively what you call lower, especially if you are using what we call the public transport in one way or the other. And most of you will agree with me. It's a bit more cheaper than even having a car. However, something that we definitely need to appreciate is that the cost of the fuel, the price of the fuel, the price of what you call gas here is a little bit cheaper as compared. But however, the car becomes very expensive. The price of the gas, the price of the fuel is lower, but the cost of the car is a little bit expensive. However, let us try to break them down. I will look at what we call the public transportation, look at the bus and metro, I look at the tax fare, then I look at the car rental, then I look at what we call petrol or what you call gasoline, how much you need to pay. Let us try to look at what we call the public transportation. For those of you that are using the bus or using the metro, you'll agree with me. For the metro, a single ride, if you are using Kalwa bus or you are using the metro tram or the metro train, you'll find that a single ride can cost you between 2 to 6 real, depending on the distance, which is a little bit cheaper and what we call budget friendly. Let us try to look at those people that hope to have what we call tax fare. Every time Uber, every time taxi free, every time you need you are always in a hurry, that you don't have a car but you opt to use Uber as the means that can make you reach your next destination as fast as possible or as soon as possible. So we look at the taxi. You find that the taxi fare normally starts from around 25 charge for a round. And remember, that charge may be, let's say for example 1.50, that is per kilometer. That will be the charge. The journeys that there are small routes that you can pay 10 real, but these are lower to shorter routes. There are those that you can pay 5 real, you can pay 10 real, 15 real, 25 real. There are even those routes that are a little bit longer where you need to pay like 50 real or 80 real, depending on what kind of agency that you need that tax. Then also we look at car rentals. Yes, this can range depending on what kind of company where you need to get that rental car. There are different companies where you can rent a car and use it either on daily basis or on you pay by day, or you also pay weekly, or you pay on monthly, depending on what kind of contract that you have with that company. Let us try to look at the average. You find that the average will be between 1,500 to 3,000. That is per what you call per month for what you call a basic vehicle. This will include insurance and the rest of it all. However, it's also going to depend on the type of the car that you want to hire. Let's say for example you want to hire a limousine car, or you want to hire, you want a Lois, it is going to be another cost compared to a person who is hiring a small Nissan car, a 4-seater. So it's going to be different, because even the fuel consumption or the gas consumption is going to be different in these types of cars. Let us look at the price of gasoline. How much do you have to pay for the price, or how much you need to pay for gasoline? That's a question that definitely also you need to know. Being that we are in a petroleum country full of natural resources, you find that the price of gasoline costs between 2 to 2.5 per liter, which is relatively affordable compared to what we call the global standards. So that's where we go back to our question and say the price of the car may be very, very higher, but the price of gasoline is a little bit lower. That's why you find most people hope to buy the car, because they know there will be cost saving on the price of what you call gasoline at the end of it all. Hold up, try to have something for you. However, something that still you need to understand, that many residents prefer driving their own cars. Reason being the convenience, and say the relative lower price of what you call the fuel, that makes people to spend more on cars, such that they know at the end of it all they will have to pay lower amount of money when having to consume gasoline or consume what you call fuel. Hope I've picked up something for you. Thank you so much. Remember, it's always Mix from the Mexcreation, trying to give you this very important information.